And welcome back to part 11 of What If Goku landed on Lookout and was adopted by Kami. So last time with the Dragon Ball Z What If, we pretty much had gone through all of the Buu arc. They were able to take down Buu and Babidi, particularly because when Goku has access to the Super Saiyan 4 form, or Super Saiyan Primal that I call in this version, obviously, because he never accessed their Super Saiyan 4s prior to that. When Goku has access to that, the power gap is so huge that Buu just can't keep up, especially just coming out of his ceiling. And in this version, he was like only a third of the power. So Buu was actually relatively easy to take down. Granted, his magical origin made it difficult to some degree because he could just keep regenerating to certain levels, but Goku ultimately just overpowered him. So we now cut over to Super. Now, someone did ask if I would pair Trunks up with the other, I can't remember what was the name of the girl. I'll get that information. Basically, the blonde-haired girl from Gohan's class that was actually interested in Gohan. The thing is, I did keep Trunks in the same grade as Gohan. Someone did correctly point out that he is younger than Gohan by about a year, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it's only by a year, and Trunks, frankly, is the son of Bulma. I would have to believe that he's extremely intelligent. But at the same time, as we know from a dialogue from the Trunks arc, when Trunks got back and had to deal with Cell and the androids, but was able to actually deal with them, that from Bulma's dialogue, apparently he is a bit of a ladies' man. It's like, I know you. There's a girl, isn't it? It's like, so apparently he is able to get dates without too much difficulty. Who knew? Just gotta angle that a bit better. Who knew? But so yeah, I get to see him with her. Sure. I would still lean towards Videl, only because he was there to help her out when she got her ass kicked basically in the tournament, and he probably was also like, I'm sorry about what happened. Here though, I have something that can help you. It's a senzu bean. It's going to be able to fix you up and know about it. You can't impress my daughter with a bean. It's like, I'm great. Now, the relationship does not progress anywhere near as fast as, say, Gohan's and Videl's did. Videl had an interest in Gohan because she was suspicious of him from the beginning. In this, it's not the case. No. But because of that, they do spend more time together. I don't believe she's pregnant by the time we get to the party at Bulma's ship. But I do believe they've been seeing each other for a while. And I believe even, like, Mr. Satan's there. I believe Hercule's there. And he's, like, fully aware, like, at this point that most, if not everyone here, could completely whip his ass. But this now leads into the awakening of Beerus. Now, keep in mind, Beerus will go to King Kai first as a Super Saiyan God, goes to talk to him about it, doesn't realize, doesn't know anything about it. And then he's going to go off to Earth. Now, Goku's not going to be there because even though he trained with King Kai, only in the anime did King Kai know the instant transmission. That's how Goku pops back and forth so quick over there. So he doesn't train on King Kai's planet very often, if at all. He more likely trains up on the Lookout when he feels the need to really train and, use the hyperbolic time chamber. And on that note, let's talk about Goku's level of power, because at this point he is the de facto strongest character we have. Goku's probably a little bit stronger than he is in canon. That's because he does use the time chamber a bit more now, because Chaozu and Mr. Popo, similar to what Dende Mr. Popo did, remodeled it to allow for multiple uses. So now they can spend that much time in there without all the time in the world, without any problem. So Goku is definitely stronger than he is in canon. I wouldn't say it's by a huge margin if we're talking about base level power levels, but he's definitely stronger, I say, than his canon counterpart. But it doesn't really matter. He doesn't have that confrontation on King Kai's planet with Beerus. Beerus shows up on the boat, and they're all just like, who are you? I'm Lord Beerus. This is my attendant, Whis, destroyer of the 7th galaxy. Wait, you're going to destroy the 7th galaxy? Not unless I'm charged with it, no. No, I'm the destroyer god of the 7th galaxy. It's not the brightest one, is he, Whis? It doesn't look like that, Lord. Ooh, but look at these things. Look at these. Oh, what are they? They seem to be having some sort of celebration. It's like, yes, it's my wife Bulma's birthday. It's like, oh, birthday. And what Bartel are you doing for this birthday? It's like, oh, we're having a bunch of things. We're celebrating, having food, friends, music, and we're gonna have a raffle. And the winner gets to use the Dragon Balls. It's gonna be great. It's great. I mean, I don't really know you, but as long as you're not gonna cause any trouble, and you're welcome to stay, right, honey? And Bulma admittedly is like, I don't really know. It's like, I mean, they're crashing my party. It's my party, Goku. It's like, I know, but I mean, they don't look like bad people per se, and it's always fun to share things, right, honey? It's like, fine, just don't make a scene. This is my party after all. It's like, hey, try this thing out. And they try the shellfish and the I'm trying to remember exactly. I know it's a legitimate thing they do in Japan. What exactly was? Basically, you have like a shellfish, like crab or oyster or octopus or something, baked, fried, and you got them in these balls. Except a couple of them are filled with wasabi. It's basically Russian roulette. It's like, Louise, it's got a mollusk in it. Ooh, it's delightful. And so the party continues on for a good while. And you now no longer get the incident with Boo, where it's like, Boo's pudding, not your pudding, Boo's pudding. And Boo gets, and Beerus, I'm about to say Brees, which actually is, I don't know if it's Beerus, if it's Brees or Rearus. But I do know I think, the Dragon Ball Fusion DS game, there is a fusion of those two. Which, I mean, would be, God knows how powerful. Like, you want to talk about Master Ultra Instinct Goku, Jiren, Broly? No. Whis and Beerus together. That's scary. I digress. So, he gets his pudding and says, oh, it's so delectable, Whis. But after a while, I was like, well, this party actually has been quite entertaining. I will say that. Modus parties are usually such drabs. But now for the business at hand. There's a reason we came here. Oh, yes, Lord Beerus is looking. Tell me, you are a Saiyan on this planet, correct? He's like, yes, I'm Son Goku. I'm a Saiyan. I also have my two children are half Saiyan, Bra and Trunks. So, yeah, guys, like, I was like, I see. But none of you are a Super Saiyan God, correct? It's like, wait, a Super Saiyan what? I mean, I've heard of Super Saiyan. I can do that, but Super Saiyan God? You can do Super Saiyan? It's like, well, I mean, yeah. Why are you interested? Now, Goku, remember, is raised by Kami. And Chaozu this whole time is being a very weird feeling. When they said Destroyer God, it's like, wait, is this like kind of like the title that Kami took, the name God? But the longer he's been around these guys, like, he's realizing, just as Dende realized, no, these guys are legitimate gods. Well, actually, I'm not, like, Chaozu probably says this, like, actually, I'm technically an angel, although I do derive my power from divinity. Yes, no, I'm the only actual god around here, little one. So, you're Super Saiyan, you don't look like much. And now Goku's taking that a little personally, but like I said, even he can pick up, I can't sense these guys' energies very much. Implying that he can sense something. Like, there's something. Unlike with Goku, initially where Goku couldn't sense at all, because he's been trained by what would be the divinity of this planet, he does have a concept of it. And because he was trained by King Kai as well. So he can sense something coming off him, and what he's sensing, it's like way powerful. It's like, well, I don't really know much about it, but I mean, if you're looking for a match, I'm always down. Oh, you're looking to challenge me, are you? Not being a divinity. In all my time, I've never seen such a challenge. Had someone be so bold. But sure, why not? This could be amusing. So I'll show you what I can do. It's like, this is my base run. Hey, Goku tries, and obviously can't land a hit at all. It's like, and this is called a Kari, and he shows off a Kari, and Beerus is admittedly a little interesting. Interesting, you call this a Kari, not Super Saiyan, though you say you can do it. So Super Saiyan is something beyond this power, is that right? It's like, yeah, but let's see if he can handle this. And Goku still can't land a hit. He's obviously faster, but he can't land a hit. And then it's like, this is Super Saiyan. And then, goes to Super Saiyan. Again, can't land a hit. This is Super Saiyan that is ascended past the Super Saiyan. Or you could just call this a Super Saiyan 2. Again, he's trying to attack Beerus, can't do anything. It's like, well, this is quite amusing, but you're going to tuck yourself out. No need to throw up a perfectly good meal, after all. I agree, but I've still got more in the tank. I haven't even shown you what I'm truly made of yet. Oh, by all means then, show me. And then Goku goes to Super Saiyan Primal. 4. And I feel like this would be, because of the huge gap power level wise, like between even Super Saiyan 3 and Super Saiyan 4, I do feel like this would be kind of like when Vegeta went, like, just rage against Beerus. Goku immediately goes Super Saiyan 4. Beerus is, like, actually a little surprised by the amount of power output. And even Whis like, my word, that is quite impressive for a mortal to pull off. And Goku actually does get a couple of hits on Beerus real quick. Just boom, boom, boom. And, he hits him a couple times. Ultimately, though, Beerus like, I must admit, you took me by surprise there for a second. It's not often a mortal can get a hit on me. Is this the best you have, though? He just smacks him. He just lays out Goku. Goku is able to recover briefly. And then Goku, just about to be taken down by Beerus with the infamous neck chop, he is able, because of his balance, his sense, to Kaioken! And just, immediately Beerus like, what? And just, Goku just swings around and actually does land a kick in on Beerus. Boom! Tell me, what on earth was that? It seemed familiar. It's called the Kaioken. It's something that was taught to me by King Kai. King Kai. Ah, North Kai. I thought I recognized that technique. Here's the thing. Beerus didn't seem to recognize Kaioken in the anime. Well, that's not true. He still said he had that he was hiding that the whole time. That doesn't mean he didn't know about Kaioken. He just didn't know Goku knew it. I think that was the thing. And the fact is, I could go even higher in this if you'd like to see, Lord Beerus. By all means, I'm actually starting to have a little fun. Goku goes all the way up. I don't think Goku could do a 20 at this point on Kaioken with Super Saiyan Primal. He just can't. It's too harsh on the body. But Super Saiyan, like times 10 Kaioken, I think he can hold out for a little bit. I can't go full out on my Kaioken in this form, but I can do it to a certain. I'll show you the maximum I got. And he goes all the way to Kaioken times 10. And he rushes Beerus, and Beerus is actually having to block a little bit. And I must admit, I'm actually having a little bit of fun now. And, him and Goku clash for a little bit, but ultimately Goku just, oh man, I couldn't even beat you at my best. Even if I did push you to 20, I don't think I'd be ever able to take you on, Lord Beerus. He's like, well, I must say, though, I've met many powerful beings before, but your power is formidable. But still, you're not the one I'm looking for, Saiyan, despite everything else. It's like, well, why don't we use the Dragon Balls, honey? And because this is after the party's pretty much wrapped up. Bulma isn't going to throw a tantrum at Beerus like she did initially and slap him. That was just, like, I get Bulma's frustration, but read the room, Bulma! Yeah, and Vegeta's just like, oh my god. That's my Bulma! Still one of Vegeta's best moments, although it's still, but hands down to me, Vegeta's best moment, best line, best quote ever. It's like, is against Bob, and he's like, you may have my body, spirit's mine, but there's one thing a Saiyan always keeps, it's pride! It's just, it's still badass. I get a little bit of chills thinking about that. That's a badass moment in Dragon Ball Z. Just badass. And I love Goku, I do, but Vegeta does get a couple bit more true badass moments. Like, true badass moments. Goku's definitely got his, but Vegeta's got some of the best ones. So yeah, they use the Dragon Balls to learn about the Saiyan God. Obviously, Shenron's scared shitless. Like, oh, Lord Beerus, I don't mean to look down on you. It's just my size. Whatever, just bring the Super Saiyan God here. I can't. Even though he's spoken about in Namekian folklore, no actual deity exists in the modern time. But I can tell you what to make one. And they explain the whole idea of the Super Saiyan God, how to create it. Well, unfortunately, there's only 3 Saiyans on Earth. Trunks, Goku, and Bra. It's like, oh man, even if we went out and found, we could go find Raditz, Vegeta, and Nappa. They're 3 Saiyans. It's like, really, Prince Vegeta's still around after all this time. Interesting. Whis, could you locate them? I can actually do you better. There's actually several Saiyans that still exist in the universe beyond them, too, if you'd like me to go get them. It's like, no. It's like, really? There's more Saiyans than that? Indeed. Indeed. They're living on a planet known as Vampa, if I'm not mistaken. For right now, I'd love to meet them, but, we need 3. Or how many are there? Only 2, unfortunately. Well, maybe we could go find them another time. Let's go get Vegeta, Nappa, and Krillin. Well, actually, why don't you come with us? Whis can get us there faster. Okay, kids, hold on. Wait, Goku, where are you going? Bulma's like, where are you taking my kids? It's like, don't worry, honey, we'll be okay. It's like, don't worry, I swear my destroyer, your offspring, will be safe. Like, Beerus is a bit of a dick, but he's not without pride. He's not without a bit of honor. Like, Beerus is a dick. He is a dick. But again, he's not someone to, like, put innocent children at risk. I mean, granted, he did let a planet get blown up, but that was because it wasn't his fight, admittedly. He does have duties of the destroyer. He's also a bit arrogant, which is why that happened. But at the same time, when Baby Bra and Broly, was being kept with Beerus, she was very happy with Beerus, and Beerus was actually very content. It's like, okay then. But ultimately, they go, and this leads us now into where Raditz, Nappa, and Vegeta have been up to. They've been basically running Frieza's empire, and they've actually been doing a surprisingly very good job at it. Also, at this point, they've actually all hit the Super Saiyan form. Now, granted, Nappa's a much older Saiyan. I don't know if they ever give us an age on Nappa. I'm actually going to look that up right now, because I don't believe Nappa's age is ever really Nappa's age. So how old is Nappa anyway? Because Vegeta we know is in his... Okay, though his Saiyan genes give him the appearance of someone in his 30s, Nappa's approximately 50 years old when he shows up in the show. Okay, that's actually... See, that I've actually never known what his actual age is, but they do give us a legitimate age for him. Okay. So if we go by all the times past, the 7-year time skip, the years for the androids is probably equaling at least a decade now, plus the few years, you're looking at about 15 more years, roughly speaking. So he's about 65, which is still actually within fighting age for Saiyans. That's the thing. Saiyans age much slower. You don't really start to see the real older Saiyans until they hit their late 70s, early 80s, and they start to age rapidly. So Nappa is still relatively in good fighting spirit and fighting age. Raditz and Vegeta, they're fine. Power-wise, Vegeta's still the one on top, even though he no longer has his tail. He's the first one who would hit Super Saiyan. And through the years, he's now figured out Super Saiyan 2 as well. Nappa and Raditz were able to catch up, but they only have Super Saiyan. They've tried Super Saiyan with Ozaru, but they don't have the control over their Ozaru forms like Vegeta did. So ultimately, Beerus shows up. It's like, what is this? It's like, hello, Prince Vegeta. Or should I call you King now? Your father is gone after all. Wait, I remember you. You're Beerus! Hello, Lord Beerus. It is an honor to see you again after all this time. Good. You at least know how to greet them properly. Nappa, Raditz, because they're probably his advisors most of the time at this point. Or, his, seconds in command. And they both realize who this is because he says Beerus, and they think on it for a minute. Beerus, oh crap. Beerus, it's great to see you. Absolutely. I missed you so much, Lord Beerus. Really? Very interesting. It's like, is that always like this, Lord Beerus? Usually. Sometimes I've even had people poison me. But being a god, you have certain advantages against that. Like being immune to poison. And when you're a destroyer, if they piss you off, you can take half their planet. Really? Like as a deal? Oh no, I literally mean blow up half the planet. But I digress. We're here to do a bit of a ritual, if you don't, or we're here for a certain cause that we believe you can help us out with. Of course, Lord Beerus! It'd be my pleasure. What can I do for you? Wait, what are they doing here? I promised not to bother you, Kakarot. But I assumed you wouldn't go out of your way to bother us. Oh yeah, no, it wasn't our idea. Beerus and Lisa are here, brought us here because they need your help, and they need our help. So it's kind of a group thing. Wait, help with what, Lord Beerus? Exactly what could we help you with? Well, you see, there's a legend that has been passed down for many eons, apparently, of a Super Saiyan god. Unfortunately, one deity exists in this modern time. However, the Dragon of Earth has given us a way to bring him about, and we're going to need your fine fellow's help for that. Then it'd be my pleasure, Lord Beerus. Absolutely. Now, if I'm remembering correctly, it was because Goku was the one who was receiving it. Vegeta, Goten Trunks, Gohan, and then they used Videl. Yeah, that was it. So they needed the 5 plus Goku. It's like, so how exactly is this supposed? Shall you bring your energy into the being in the middle, and he shall become the power of a Super Saiyan God. And so who's gonna? It'd be an honor to become the Saiyan God for you, Lord Beerus. No, I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about this young fella. What?
But, guy, so he's only slowly low class. I am, after all, royalty. And after all, I have achieved heights of Saiyan power far beyond that of most Saiyans. And he shows off Super Saiyan. Yes, I've seen those before. We demonstrated them in our little spa on Earth. Of course, so unless you go, so you can do the form beyond that. What did you call it again, Goku?
I don't know. I mean, the Super Saiyan form apparently is the blonde-haired form, if I'm not mistaken. At least that's what my future son told me. And I'm like, the story for another day. So I guess I'd call this one Super Saiyan 3 or Super Saiyan Primal. Or so. I always liked the Super Saiyan Primal thing. I was like, oh, Super Saiyan, bro. Unless you could do that, I do believe Goku will provide the better surrogate. And obviously, again, Vegeta's pride after all these years and gaining so much power and actually being pretty content. Boom! Gut shot to the butt.
Of course, Lord Beerus.
And so they do the ritual, channels power to Goku, and he becomes the Super Saiyan God. There's the band. Oh, very impressive indeed, Saiyan. Very impressive indeed. There's my warrior. So I'll tell you what. There's an abandoned planet about a few light years from here. Why don't we meet the East? Take us there, and we can have our battle. It's like, all right, an abandoned planet, no one to hurt? Absolutely not. You can fight to your heart's content. It's like, awesome. And because of this, Goku's not holding back. So they're going toe-to-toe. And this version of the guy would be stronger because Goku's stronger. Ultimately, it does end with Goku losing the fight. We'll cut it short. He loses the fight. But he's still like, wow, that was a really great fight. Indeed, like I said before, I've met many powerful beings, but your power is impressive. And so they actually leave on good terms. Like, I look forward to the day we can meet again. We can maybe do it again someday. I'd really like that, Lord Beerus. Yeah, ow. And they actually have a laugh. See, I actually see, Goku and Beerus' relationship, even in like the manga and the anime, when you look at them, it's a bit tense, but there's respect there. There is. And I can see them being a bit more on even terms with each other here. Like they share good life. There was no threat against the planet, anything along those lines. So we now cut to like the aftermath of it, where Goku is like is saying, "Oh, Whis, I can't. Can you train me on that? I hit that Super Saiyan Cup. I just feel like there's so much beyond this. Like, there is quite a power beyond that. As a matter of fact, Goku, I might be willing to oblige you on that, provided, of course, you meet certain conditions. And obviously training, giving them the food. I believe that was the stipulation for Vegeta, is that you may have to train to one day surpass Lord Beerus and take up the role of Destroyer. Whether or not he actually does that, who knows? But we cut to, Goku's training. Meanwhile, Vegeta is just seething. Like, oh, damn it all. I've reached new heights, and your Kakarot still surpasses me. I will not stand for this. I will venture. I will do what no one of Saiyan has. Then I'll venture into the power of the gods on my own. I will achieve that power on my own. Vegeta, with all due respect, we could do the ritual on you. It's like, there aren't enough Saiyans left. They had to bring their own offspring back. We could make some offspring, Vegeta. It's like, we'd have to find worthy women, Nappa, and all for the sake of giving me godhood. That's not how we work. We'll find a way, no matter the cost. And they're in the ship, and they're just flying off into space again. Meanwhile, as Goku's been training, there is no Resurrection F-Arc, because Frieza's crew is controlled by Vegeta and all of them. They're not going to go to Earth and try to resurrect Frieza. That'd be a bad idea. But what does happen is during the training, like, Goku does remember. And at this point, he's hit God in blue. But so this is around Resurrection F time. That Whis mentioned, I forgot. You mentioned there are other Saiyans out in the world, didn't you? I was like, well, yes, I did, Goku. I did mention there were a couple other Saiyans that still managed to survive. Like, yeah, maybe we should bring them to Earth and meet them and bring them to Earth. We can, help them reacclimate and all that. It's like, it's not a bad idea. I will warn you, though. These two have been away from the world for quite some time. They don't seem to be the most friendly. And one does seem to have a bit of an anger problem. It's like, oh, that's all right. It's still going to be fun to meet them. Come on, let's go. I was like,
I suppose we could take a little trip, but first your wife's gonna have to prepare a meal for us.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. And so, they go get something to eat, and they teleport or travel all the way to Vampa. And it's like, wow, this is a really harsh place. Indeed, it's a very harsh place. Not many life forms beyond the two Saiyans live on this planet. A couple here and there. And sure enough, they see the giant bugs. Like, ooh, I don't like the looks of this. Indeed, they don't look very happy to see us. And then Broly comes blasting away. Ah! It's like, whoa, is that him? Indeed, that appears to be one of them.
Wait, who are you? Are you here to save? Please, do you have a ship? Are you here to save us? Like, save you? Like, we've been stranded on this planet for years. Please, there's got to be something you can do to help us. Like,
oh, we can bring you back to Earth. No problem. Oh, my poor fellow. I didn't realize things had been this harsh for you on this planet.
Oh, please. So tired.
And so Broly and Paragus get sent to Earth. And, Paragus gets a shave, all that, haircut. And Broly, gets some clothes. And they're introduced to, the few Z-Fighters that actually are around still. But they get introduced to the world. It's like, yeah, welcome to Earth. It's like,
Earth. It's quite the bustling metropolis, and it's so full of life and energy. Compared to Vegeta, it's peaceful. This is just, it's new for us. Everything going on here now.
Yes, I don't know exactly how to compensate or how to deal with it. Take your time. This is your home now. But anyway, back to training, Goku. And if you need anything, Tien should be able to help you, right?
And Tien's like, look, I'm not a concierge at a restaurant, Goku. I'm not.
Oh, come on, Tien. Please, it's not that bad.
I suppose I can do that.
And they're staying right now at the lookout. Even though they're at Capsule Corp, got some clothes, and they basically got changed, refreshed food at Capsule Corp, but they go to the lookout. Basically, that's where they're staying for the time being. So what does Broly and Paragus being on Earth mean for the overall story?
We'll find out next time on the Dragon Ball Z What If.
Anyway, yes, that's where we're going to leave this one up for right now. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, if you want to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review at some point. Hit that bell if you want to be notified. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.